My friends know there's nothing I'd rather talk about than horror movies, which is why so few of them return my phone calls. But it's October, when everyone finds their inner horror geek. And this year there's a flood of restored, re-released classics. It's like manna from hell. Consider the cheerfully perverse takeoff on the horror genre, The Old Dark House from 1932. It was James Whale's first film after Frankenstein, reuniting him with Boris Karloff. Now it's been restored, so you can savor Whale's spectacularly goofy mixture of German expressionism and English camp.
Even Welsh ought not to sound like that.
The movie is based on a J.B. Priestley novel, Benighted, and it's one of the best portraits ever of a certain strain of aristocratic inbreeding, with a cast of ghouls and eccentrics unlike any ever assembled.
My name is Fem, Horace Fem.
Here's what I realized seeing it again, side by side with another newly restored modern classic. Tobe Hooper's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is the nightmarish 1970s American version of the same story. Unlucky young travelers, an inbred family presided over by a withered ghoul, a compound where insanity runs rampant. It's a great, sick family comedy. Now this deluxe 40th anniversary edition with 4 count 'em commentaries and a mad assortment of interviews and extras is a veritable feast. If you're coming to it fresh, you might be surprised by how little actual gore there is. It's mostly suggested, which in this case is so much creepier. Hooper died recently, and so, alas, did George Romero, whose boundary-bursting masterpiece, Night of the Living Dead, has also been newly restored and is even in theaters again. This cannibal plague movie was made in Pittsburgh for almost nothing, started small at drive-ins and grindhouses, and seeped into the culture like, as I've said before, blood into a rug. Romero piped in all the social and racial tensions of the late 60s.
The ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head.
Authority has collapsed. Rifle-toting militias roam the countryside. The nuclear family is imploding.
How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon?
Brother comes incestuously after sister. A little girl feasts on her mommy's flesh. It's still shocking, and the blood shines like oil in lustrous black and white. Now, let's jump to some recent horror movies for your delectation. The best one of the best films of 2017, period, is Jordan Peele's smashing directorial debut, Get Out.
Get out.
Sorry, man.
Get out! Yo!
It's the satirical horror movie we've been waiting for, a mashup of Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and The Stepford Wives that's more fun than either and more illuminating, too.
Okay.
A black man's brilliant, paranoid riff on white liberals as soul suckers.
So, is it true? Is it better?
Wow.
Wow.
It's terrific filmmaking. Peele's boo moments make you jump and then laugh at yourself for jumping, then steel yourself to jump again. Let me guardedly recommend another recent film that makes people extremely uncomfortable. The French female cannibal movie, Raw, directed by Julia Ducournau. It's set in a veterinary school where a young vegetarian discovers her inner flesh eater and begins to realize after she eats her older sister's finger. But her sister isn't that freaked out that it runs in the family.
Si c'était juste pour essayer, t'aurais pas pu choisir autre chose que mon doigt? Y avait rien d'autre qui t'intéressait sur le menu? J'espère qu'il était bon, moi.
T'as un goût de curry.
What's best about this movie is the way that it exaggerates, catastrophizes, as great horror does, a young woman's sexual awakening in ways that are beautiful and disgusting and, well, all too human. Finally, a horror movie in theaters right now and quite popular, Happy Death Day. I'd be shocked to read a review of it that didn't say, it's Groundhog Day meets Scream. There, I've said it myself. Jessica Roth plays the sorority girl heroine, casually contemptuous of everyone, but humanized by being stabbed,
Somebody's gonna kill me tonight.
strangled, or blown up at the end of every day.
Is everything okay?
And then waking up with another chance to discover who her stalker is under that pig baby mask with its one little tooth. A big problem is, who doesn't want to kill her? The movie's no big deal, but it's fun. More of a rom-com than a slasher movie, with little in the way of splatter.
Am I in a dorm room?
Roth is a lively comedian, and the more days go by, the more the movie achieves a screwball frenzy. It's a female empowerment comedy for an age of sexual harassment.
Don't mess with the Kappa bitch.
The heroine has to seize the day and a humongous knife.